6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. The headlines first. Prime Minister has launched Youth Business and Agricultural Loan Scheme to promote self-employment and entrepreneurship. Minister for Energy says the government will overhaul power transmission system to avert any future power breakdown. Pakistan and Qatar have agreed to explore areas of cooperation in energy sector. Foreign Minister calls for collective approach to address issues faced by ECO region, including climate change. President calls upon Pakistani diaspora around the world to make efforts to project Pakistan's cherished cultural and social values. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and world over will observe India's Republic Day on Thursday as Black Day. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has launched a Youth Business and Agricultural Loan Scheme to promote self-employment and entrepreneurship amongst the youth. Addressing the launching ceremony in Islamabad this afternoon, he said soft loans from 500,000 to 7.5 million rupees will be given to the youth under this scheme. He said youth can avail an interest-free loan of up to 500,000 rupees, which can be paid back in 3 years, while loans from $500,000 to 1.5 million rupees will be given at the interest rate of just 5% that can be returned in 7 years. He said that an interest rate of 7% will be charged on loans ranging from 1.5 million to 7.5 million rupees, and this amount can be returned in 8 years. The Prime Minister said, besides, we are going to distribute 100,000 laptops among the talented students across Pakistan. He said these laptops will be given on merit and in a transparent manner. He said he wants to provide more laptops to youth, but financial constraints have become a hurdle in this way. Reiterating the government's resolve to steer the country out of current economic crisis, Shehbaz Sharif expressed the commitment to complete 9th review of the IMF program. He said his government is ready to sit with the IMF team to negotiate to complete the 9th review, which is vital to put the economy back on the track of stability and progress. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said an inquiry is underway to determine the reasons of the recent power failure. In a tweet today, he assured that responsibility will be fixed. On behalf of the government, the Prime Minister expressed his sincere regrets for the inconvenience the people suffered due to power outage yesterday. Minister for Energy Khurram Dastagir says the government will overhaul the power transmission system to avert any future power breakdown. He was briefing newsmen in Islamabad today about the steps taken by government in the aftermath of power breakdown in the country yesterday. The minister said we are working on a mechanism under which complete power shutdown can be avoided by insulating the main point of the breakdown from the network of transmission lines spread across the country. Pakistan and Qatar have agreed to explore areas of cooperation in the energy sector. The understanding was reached at a meeting between Finance Minister Ishaq Dar and Qatari Energy Minister Saad bin Shireda Al Kabi in Doha. Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has stressed for a collective approach to address the issues faced by the region, including the climate change. Addressing the 26th meeting of Council of Ministers of Economic Cooperation Organization in Tashkent, Uzbekistan today, he said the regional countries need to develop a strategically robust emergency response mechanism to respond to any climate crisis in the future. Pakistan and Tajikistan have agreed to work together to increase cooperation in trade and economy. The agreement was reached during a meeting between Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and his Tajik counterpart Surjidin Mirdin in Tashkent. In a tweet, Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari expressed his pleasure over upward trajectory in the bilateral relationship between Pakistan and Tajikistan. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have resolved to further promote their cooperation in trade, energy and connectivity. This resolution came at a meeting between Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari and his Uzbek counterpart in Tashkent on the sidelines of the 26th meeting of ECO Council of Ministers. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari thanked the Uzbek minister for participating at Pakistan Climate Resilient Conference in Geneva. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi has called upon the Pakistani diaspora around the world to make efforts to project Pakistan's viewpoint on important issues and the country's cherished cultural and social values. He was talking to a delegation of North American-based two Pakistani NGOs in Islamabad today. The president urged them to highlight Pakistan's efforts in hosting more than 40 million Afghan refugees for 40 years and the atrocities and victimization carried out by the Indian occupation forces in the India illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. President Dr. Arif Alvi has reaffirmed Pakistan's resolve to raise the literacy rate by providing school access to all children. In his message on the International Day of Education being observed today, he said, "We will have to focus on enrolling the out-of-school children." The president also expressed the resolve to improve the education system and enable the youth to earn a respectable livelihood with the help of modern technology. Minister for Planning and Development Ahsan Iqbal has stressed the need for promoting interactive, practical, knowledge-based education. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said, "We are taking concrete steps for creating effective teaching and learning environment across the country." The minister urged the teachers to inculcate practical knowledge instead of theories. Pakistan and World Bank have agreed to form a working group to chalk out collaborative framework for building climate-resilient communities in Pakistan. The understanding to this effect was reached during a meeting of World Bank's team for Pakistan and Chairman NDMA General Inam Haider Malik in Islamabad today. During the meeting, they discussed various aspects of disaster management system in view of recent floods and sustainable disaster risk reduction models to protect vulnerable communities. Minister for Communication Asad Mahmood has directed authorities to timely complete different road schemes. He said this during a meeting with Sindh Chief Minister Syed Murad Ali Shah in Karachi today. He assured that work on Garo to KT Bandar Road will soon be started. He also directed the NHA team to start work. Luari Tope has become closed for all the traffic due to heavy snowfall in the area. According to the Chitral control room, several link roads in districts of Upper and Lower Chitral are also closed for traffic. The district administration is making efforts to reopen the connecting roads. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and world over will observe India's Republic Day on Thursday as Black Day to impress upon the world to take notice of New Delhi's continued denial of right to self-determination to Kashmiri people. Call for the observance of the Black Day has been given by all parties to the conference. Palestine has warned against the criminal demolition of Khan al-Ahmar village and the forcible displacement of the Palestinian families by Israel in grave violation of international law. In a statement, the Palestinian Foreign Ministry called on the international community to urgently intervene to protect the Palestinian people and prevent the imminent demolition and erasure of entire Palestinian villages, families and cities. The Somalian forces have killed 39 al-Shabaab militants after heavy fighting near the central town of Haradir. The commander for the infantry, Muhammad Tahlil Behi, told the state-run radio Mogadishu that the local forces backed by international partners killed the militants who had burned down a commuter bus when escaping from the battlefield. And finally, the weather. Rain with snow over the hills is expected in northeast Punjab, Islamabad, Putahar region, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. Moderate to heavy rain with snowfall is expected at a few places in Kashmir and adjoining hilly areas. In the ICC Women's Under-19 T20 World Cup in South Africa against Pakistan, New Zealand were 165 for 5 in 18 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and elected to field. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister has launched a youth business and agricultural loan scheme to promote self-employment and entrepreneurship. Minister for Energy says the government will overhaul power transmission system to avert any future power breakdown. Pakistan and Qatar have agreed to explore areas of cooperation in energy sector. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and world over will observe India's Republic Day on Thursday as Black Day. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.